Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. What's up, traders? How you doing today? Welcome to D's Daily DD, right, where we do our due diligence. I must remind you, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, right? So don't take it as that. Take it for education and entertainment purposes. And yeah, we got to talk about some things that's been going on, right? Especially with our favorite stocks. We got AMC, Lucid having a big day today, right? On no news, which is kind of weird. And then we got a little bit to talk about the metaverse. Okay, I have officially entered the metaverse. All right, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Okay. Yeah, so I hope you had a nice relaxing weekend. To the new subscribers, thank you, I appreciate y'all. And yeah, if you find this content helpful or this information helpful, right, please hit that like button, subscribe, guys. You know, I'm trying to grow the channel as fast as possible, right? I've been at it for a couple months now, maybe 3 months. And yeah, I'm just enjoying the experience, and I enjoy doing this, right? That's why I'm here for you guys every single day, Monday through Friday. Like I said, I'm not doing it on the weekends, but maybe eventually I will, right? We'll see. But right now, guys, I gotta jump into this information for AMC and what's going on with the bigger picture too. Okay, well, let's do it. Go over here. And yeah, my laptop's right underneath this, right? So I put it up on a little bit of I raised it a little bit to see if you know, because I noticed that like during the videos the eye contact like should be looking at the camera directly a little bit more, right? But let's talk about the bigger news here. So let's switch this up. So you know, today there was a closed meeting with Gary Gensler and the SEC and all that, and the emergency Fed meeting. Sorry, but I don't know any conclusion right now. I don't have any data that has been provided. Right, it was a closed door one, but we have another one coming up. So this one's the Sunshine Act notice. The time and date 3 p.m. on Thursday, February 17th. And this is what they're going to go over. So institution and settlement of injunctive actions, institution and settlement of administrative proceedings, resolution of litigation claims, and other matters relating to examinations and enforcement proceedings. All right. Yeah, so I believe it has to do with, of course, the things that are hitting the Federal Register right now, the changes, the transparency, all that. But it is behind closed doors, so we won't get probably a lot of information right away, right? Cool. So the other thing, the reason there was a lot of fear in the market still, guys, like a lot of volatility, especially with the SPY, man, that thing was just bouncing up and down, right? So this is why, because of what's going on with Ukraine and Russia still, right? So there's still tension, and supposedly, you know, what I've seen both sides where, like, you know, the government, the US is saying one thing, and then, you know, we got Russia and that news and other things like saying other things. So I don't know what's true, guys. All right, but let's move on to the AMC chart. This is going to be the 10-minute chart. So nothing really crazy happened today. It was down -5%, I see, but it's still in the same channel here. So look, if I just go ahead and extend this a little bit, you could see that it's just still trading within this channel, which is technically a bull flag, right? See, you had this upside and then you have this channel here. So normally what happens, right, because it's testing these, it has to come test the EMAs, but if it breaks through, guys, right, it's going to push up pretty hard. Okay, that's because it's going to break through the resistance that's there. All right, so yeah, it's just Monday, guys. You know, we got to see what happens for the rest of the week. It's just what I'm looking for going forward is I want to see it come test again this $20 to $21 range, right? Because it seems like if it breaks that 21, it's going to be like a technical breakout, right, where it'll run up a little bit. We could zoom in just to the 2-minute. It's under the EMAs right now, and it's under this resistance, right? So not much, because there was just the average volume, 43 volume, right? That's why it's pretty much flat. Nothing crazy. So yeah, I want to see it, right? Like more volume. We're gonna need a catalyst to maybe a catalyst, right, to help us get out of this, or the SPY running up. So let's zoom out to the daily here real quick. And like I said, what I do like, guys, in my opinion, is that we're above this little trend that started back here, this downtrend, right? In my opinion, we broke out of it, and we even used it to bounce off of here. So this is normal, guys, this little retracement here. I could see it, you know, because it came to test and it got rejected this off the CMA. So now it's holding that, right? So we need to bounce off the bottom EMA and get this movement going to the upside. And anything, remember, there could be margin calls coming, guys. Like there's a lot of things that could start moving this to the upside, right? There's a lot of bad things going on with the hedge funds, and you know, in my opinion, they have until March 4th supposedly, right, to clean up their books, because if their books are cooked, like I said, they're cooked too, right? Because if the transparency rule comes into play and they have to start reporting the real thing, then it's tough on them, right? Because of what they've done in the past. So let's see. This was Pfizer. Okay, so real quick on Pfizer, I opened up a couple put options for they expire next week, right? Next Friday. And what was the strike? I believe it's 45. Yeah, $45 strike for the put, right? So I'm betting it's gonna come down because of what happened with Moderna and what happened with right. So I feel like this with Moderna it was had like a negative over negative 10% downside today, and it's been going down, right? So I kind of had a feeling a while ago, right, that it was a good time to play puts. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on that as we go. I'm kind of more seeing to see what happens tomorrow and the next day, right? Cool. So this is gonna be the AMC options chain. Just refreshed it just to see what we have going on. So my biggest thing is like I want to see this close above at least $20 by Friday, right? Because of this, there's 20,000 contracts that with open interest right now at the $20. That's a big portion, right? So the market makers and the short sellers are gonna do their best to keep it under 20 this week, right? Because of that. And then even here at 25, we have 13,000. So there's just a lot of potential here, guys. 13,000 at the 30. Right, it could get real insane, guys, like real fast, right? It's like if there's short sellers that close out and this thing starts to run, yeah, watch out because the options chain can cause a gamma squeeze, right? And then we go over to the put side. Luckily, you know, they don't have that many at the 20. There's only 7,000 puts. They're gonna try to get it down again to 15. You see the amount that's there, 11,000, right? And yeah, so that's what we got cooking there. It's only Monday, so of course a lot of this is going to change by Friday, but the max pain's 19, so that's where we know where they're going to try to keep us at. And these shares, right, guys, we know they're fake, you know, like that's the word on the street because like these pop up overnight, right? And then Ortex keeps saying utilization is 100%, right? So how can it be that these pop up? In my opinion, they're fakes, right? Just fake shares. You got 22,000 calls in the money right now. But and then what doesn't make sense is like no matter what happens here, like the cost, you know, always stays the same to borrow that fee. But this is where we're sitting at, right? So this actually went up quite a bit, guys. That means there's people that are jumping in and buying calls, right? So 22,000 in the money right now and 48,000. So it's a decent battle here. But we got a lot more potential if we start to see this price pop up. And if it pops up, then the market makers have to hedge and so on, and you start to see the runs, right? And this is something I also want to show you, right? This is the buyers. These are the new positions, guys. Look, today, all these came through. So you got, you know, people buying 31,000. Ooh, those are puts, 200,000 puts, 14,000. And these are also the ones that are still holding. So the State Street Corp is holding 13 million shares. They're playing both sides, look, puts and calls. So the green is the new positions, right? So you do have people coming in. Why do they have to report 5 shares? That's freaking funny. They bought 5 shares, right? And then calls, 32,000 calls. So you have a lot of buying pressure here from the bigger side of things, right? The institutions. All right, guys, that's all I got for AMC right now. Let's go ahead and move on to Lucid. So this is going to be the 15-minute chart, right? And I got a couple EMAs on there, and we had a decent pop today, right? We crossed up, we were able to break through, but then the resistance here is what kept us down, right? And that's why I keep the lines here, guys, because it's going to show us, you know, where this thing is potentially going. RSI got hot for a little bit and then cooled off. MACD crossed over, and then of course, you know, the fear and all that came out, but from the net volume and the OBV, watch the OBV right here. You can see that, you know, we had a lot of money coming in, and the reason is because they announced that they're going to release their earnings. Okay, here we go. So Lucid Motors to report fourth quarter and fiscal year 2021 financial results on Monday, February 28, 2022, and announces Q&A platform for shareholders. So shareholders can actually, you know, submit some questions and upvote them, and then during the conference call, they should be addressing, you know, some of those questions. But yeah, you know, this is what we're looking forward to. I believe normally, guys, like stocks tend to run up, have a little jump before the earnings. So I could see it definitely coming up at least to this $32, $33 level here soon, all right? as we get closer to the earnings. And then, you know, the reaction after depends on the data and the numbers. But like I've been, you know, this is the daily chart, like I've been saying, guys. Yeah, and it was up 6.9% today. Okay, so a green day here, right at the same, you know, level it's been trading at. All right, guys. But I've been saying, right, that this is where you get the major buying pressure. After, you know, these big institutions flip the money, now they short it, and guess what? They're probably gonna reverse it now, try to make money on the way back up, right? Because now we should have some updates, some good news on Lucid. And for now, like I said, I'm just playing along with them, and I'm just buying shares, accumulating, right? Here we go. OBV is looking good. Volume. We definitely need more volume to start coming in. I'm sure we'll start seeing that. But also remember, this thing has a high short interest, right? And real quick, don't get scared, but this is a lot of red here, guys. Look, this is the FTDs, right? The 1 year, and this is insane to me. Like, how is this possible? You just have millions of dollars that are being failure to delivered with Lucid, guys. You're talking about 10 million on the 11th, right? Oh no, sorry, that's the amount of shares, but the worth was $423 million, supposedly due by tomorrow. I mean, that's why they might be delivering some of these, right? That's why you saw that huge gap up in the morning. Don't know, but there's this is the other thing I gotta show you. See, as they start shorting more, right? Like this is how much the red they've been shorting and shorting and shorting more. Oh yeah, you probably can't see it behind the camera, but yeah, they've been shorting this thing heavy, guys, right? Look, the red is the short volume and the green is the long volume, right? So it's just been heavily shorted recently as far as Lucid, okay? And that's because they're just a small baby company, right? You have all these short sellers trying to attack. This is for Lucid too, guys. This is the buying pressure. Just want to show you there's actually been a lot of buy orders coming through. So if you see here, man, new positions, right? So you got 1.8 million shares. Morgan Stanley jumping in today. 16,000 shares. 124,000 puts. Ooh, they're playing both sides here. They're buying puts. 1.1 million puts. Let's see. So Invesco, 1.3 million shares, right? They're holding 1 million shares. So as you can see, this is all today, guys. So some puts too coming through. Doesn't mean that they were bought today, but they were filed today. All right. Goldman Sachs, look, holding 11.7 million shares. So they're going long, right? Obviously, right? They're just accumulating shares right now, and I think it's, you know, in my opinion, it's a good jumping like a good entry point to buy the stock, right? But not financial advice, guys. Do what you gotta do. All right, this is for Lucid, the options chain. See what we got cooking. This is gonna be the calls for the 18th this week. And a lot of volume here at $30 again, right? So if we can break through that, we're gonna have a little push, right, to get us back to that 32, 33. On the put side, ooh, 25. It's, you know, we don't want to see this close below 25 by Friday, guys. That's a lot of puts right there, 28,000. Okay. So that's where you can see that they're gonna try to push it down to, right? But after today, you know, who knows? Could have been a head fake, but it was up at 10% at the height, at the peak. Okay. And just this is just what's shocking to me, right? Like that's a lot of money, guys. The freaking FTDs here, that's insane. And I'm not the one who highlights this red, right? Red color rows means higher FTDs. I don't understand how they're not on the threshold list already, right? All right, cool. So that's all I got on Lucid, guys. You know, real quick, I'm just gonna touch on what I did, right? I bought some Mana coins, guys. Okay, so Mana is gonna be Decentraland. It's part of the Metaverse, guys, and I'm gonna join in and see what's going on in here, right? Eventually, if you guys want me to record, you know, what goes on in there and whatnot, let me know down in the comments, right? If you're already in Decentraland, you know, let me know what you're doing in there. But they have events, you know, where you can go and you can go meet people, and you don't need the goggles, guys. You don't need the Oculus. You can do it from your browser, and you don't even need a wallet. But if you have a wallet, you'll be able to do a lot more. But you can also join in there like as a guest. Okay, so this is what it is, right? It's cool to me because you can buy the coins, right? So Decentraland right now it's at 281, right? You can buy these coins, right? And then there's also people that buy real estate inside the metaverse, right? They buy land in there. And back in June, July, like you know, when this was Let's see what this was trading at. This was trading at 55 cents, 72 cents because it is based on this. Now the land is worth like $20,000, $22,000, like per, block, like whatever the sizes that they're selling. So to me, I'm like, okay, they're gonna eventually run out of land, right? Which is gonna push this even higher. And they don't even have that many. So 1.8 billion mana. People are holding, right? 41. And then you can see all this buying pressure coming in. And yeah, just for the year chart, guys, like the peak was 591, right? Almost $6. So I bought in because I can see myself at least doubling my money with this, right? And there's a lot of things that are happening right now with the metaverse, and it might take a while. That's fine, but I'm usually going long on crypto, right? So right now I got like with crypto, I got Mana, Shiba, Cardano, Crow. I got a bunch of them, right? Because I believe in crypto and I'm trying to get in early, right? Get in on the low. Okay, so that's just what I'm doing, guys. We'll see what happens with that, but just it's gonna be a cool new experience, right? And I'm gonna tell my buddies too, like to jump in here so we can hang in there, all right? But yeah, you can hang out with your friends, and there's a casino and stuff like that, all right? So I think it's gonna be fun to do, and you can dress yourself up. You can buy NFTs, and like if you own that shirt, right, no one else will own it. Like that NFT, you'll be wearing it, and that's how you know that people are gonna be pretty open to like dressing yourself up and making yourself unique, right? You can be like, you can dress yourself up however you want in there. It's crazy. All right, guys, so that's what we got cooking this week. Just wanted to update you guys a little bit, right? See what's going on in the markets. But as far as the apes and AMC, guys, we got this on lock, I believe, right? So just be patient. We're just waiting for these short sellers to start falling, like especially with the risk of getting margin called because of these huge crazy drops that have been happening recently, right? It's hurting them in their other positions. So then they have to cover this and that, and then eventually, guys, like they'll run out of liquidity and money, right, to do all this, and something will snap because they can't all the hedge funds that are involved in shorting these stocks, the heavily shorted stocks. I think one of them's gonna slip up eventually, and I think it's sooner than later. All right, guys. So yeah, nice talking to you, nice catching up, right, again. So I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Deuces.